Father and son, the Reverend James Hines and Joseph Hines. Welcome back.
Hey, well, it's good to be here.
Happy Father's Day.
Likewise, happy Father's Day.
Thank you. The Reverend James Hines, pastor of the Lily Missionary Baptist Church, Lily Mission Center, and Joseph Hines is a financial wellness specialist at American One Credit Union. And you guys, I know Father's Day, it's a very important, it's more than a Hallmark holiday with the Hines family.
Yeah, because we try to keep it up there above, close to Mother's Day. We haven't got there, but we're trying to get there.
You don't want to surpass Mother's Day.
No, I don't think that'll ever happen.
Now, I don't think you've ever suggested this, but should people go to church on Father's Day?
Our Father which art in heaven, it's a given. I look forward to that time, especially. They don't dress up like they do for Mother's Day, but they do come to church, and I thank God for that.
Do you have all the dads stand up and do a special blessing?
Yes, I usually do ask for the oldest father to stand up,
Okay.
and the youngest father, and then I have all the fathers to stand up and try to bring some recognition and some sense of honor to the position of being a father.
Joseph, do you have plans for your dad for Father's Day?
Whatever he wants.
TV, they help select movies for me. I don't know how to work the remote control until they come home. So I'm like, come on where I can see something on TV.
So you just watch one channel all the time till he comes home.
ESPN.
Joseph, what was it like being the son of a preacher, and not just any old preacher, but one that was such a well-known personality in the community?
It was great. I have a lot of adopted siblings. Growing up, we used to call them CD, stands for Community Dad. And so we always knew we were going to share them. So get to know the rest of your family.
Well, I remember the years of your dad supporting you at everything you and your sister did, always on the sidelines and in the front row, and I think the loudest.
Hey, you got to be. I tell people, God blessed me with honorable children. I never struggled as a parent raising children, and they made it a joy. And it makes it hard for me to see them go their way without trying to go with them. You know, me and my wife, we always try to entice them. Hey, we cooking. Hey, don't y'all want to come by the house? You know, they're kind, but the daughter, she'll be standing by the door and be like, Joe, come on. You know, like, hey, can't you stay just a couple more hours? But I always look back and go, man, I had to leave my parents, and so you reap what you sow, I guess.
Yeah, you and at a pretty young age too, when you left home to.
Yes, I tell people at 17, I did not know I was leaving home, never to return. I left home going to college, thinking I was coming back, but when I got to college, that was an assignment in Jackson, Michigan. And from there, that was a real assignment. Go preach and pastor a church. And so my life never was able to go back and be a son or a brother at 19, at 20, 21. I had to be a father when I didn't have children. And it really blessed me. I remember moving from Granada Apartments to where I live at now, and Joseph was born, and he lived downstairs with us in the room, and we had this 4-bedroom house, and God says, move children in and give them direction. And so we moved children off the streets into our home, and so it was a blessing because I'd learned how to parent on somebody else's child.
Yeah.
And so when mine's got to be, I knew all of the tricks, you know. You know, it's like we tease our daughter. When Joseph was born, we washed his hands, you know, made sure his face was clean. When Lise was born, girl, pick that up, eat it. You'll live. You know?
Yeah, it's like that in every family. Yeah. There's no pictures of her either, are there? No, it's all Joseph. Now, I lived at Granada Apartments too, 2723B.
Man, 2730B.
Wow, we were neighbors, but
Yes.
not at the same time.
I was there in 86 through 91.
Yeah, I was there in 70, 79, 78, 79, 90, 80, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I
So-
moved out.
Did your door ever blow open in the middle of the night when it was windy?
No, I don't remember that because I was asleep.
Joseph, did you ever feel like pressure because of your dad that you should
Well,
have the calling
I had a
too?
good understanding early on. Whatever I do will be a reflection, but I wouldn't say I had any pressure. If anybody tried to give it to me, it didn't really matter. Like, I have to be myself at the end of the day. So,
You've stayed really close, even when you were away at college. I think you had an additional reasons to bond and to be really close. Did you ever feel like you needed to have some me time and
oh, no, they do a pretty good job letting me have my space, but I knew I wasn't going to go too far because when I was on a trip to the East Coast, we got on the plane before we took off. My mom goes,
Let me tell this one because this was, I wanted him to sign with Harvard. Tommy Amaker wanted him. And so they flew us out there and we went out there and we was out there by a week. And I was like, hey, Joseph, it'll be 3 generations later before another Hines can get into Harvard and they would pay for it. You got to take this deal. And his mother sitting between me and him on the plane. And all she said on the way back, it's a long way out here. And I knew, oh God. And we was walking, so I thought I'd entrap him. Leontine, wait here, me and Joe will go get the car. And I was gonna try to put pressure. And he said something that changed me that I knew, yeah. He said, Dad, do I really have to go to a school where other people made it? Didn't you put enough in me to make it wherever I go? And so I said, well,
Wow, that made it easy
yeah.
for the family.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it close for you? Were you
Ohio? Living in Ohio?
Harvard? Yeah.
Oh, well, I don't have a problem with distance. If I was-
Mama had a problem
yeah,
with this.
I could go to Oxford and be fine. Like,
Now, I remember when Brown came to recruit him, and we just thought, okay, he's gonna go to Brown. He's gonna play football. And what did the coach say that made lost the deal?
well, you got to get your PR together before you talk to me. Because he said we were in the middle of our basketball season. And so there was a game going on. We had a team dinner. And so I met with the coach, and he was saying, well, the great thing about our university is we practice and lift weights outside in the snow. Well, I've been in the snow all my life, so I already know what that means. So, you know, we just had a little bit of a communication error right there.
I said,
It's not a good
Coach.
sales pitch.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, you best do. You act like I said, no, you lost it.
So this summer you're busy. You do a lot of things. Do you do like the tent revivals?
No, we do more of a drive-in, try to do more of a community gathering, get people from the side. We try to feed the companies, employees around us from Henry Ford to Eaton. This summer, there was a young man, life lost September the 28th. A car hit him when Eaton was picketing. And we're going to honor and celebrate and feed the community honoring his life. It was a sad thing, but we want to keep his memory alive. And I spoke to his family and said, our church want to feed on that Sunday. He was hit on the 28th. He passed on September 29th. I don't want to call his name right now. And so I've spoken to the employees at Eaton's. Hey, Lily Missionary Baptist Church is going to feed you. Come out and eat in his honor. And so we try to do those type of things to try to make the community know we're more than a church with walls. We don't have walls. We try to reach and try to just make sure people enjoy their journey.
And you're one of the cooks.
Oh, I love cooking.
Does he cook at home?
He does all the time.
Yeah.
I'm the cook.
whole menu of different type of things. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's the cook.
Have you learned? Does he teach you how to cook?
Yeah, if you want to eat something there, you better chip in. So
He's a nacho guy. I mean, man, come on now.
I mean, my palate's pretty broad. I don't really.
That's a microwave thing.
Yeah.
Anyone can make those. But
Yeah.
what's your go-to specialty?
People ask him, what do you like?
So we all like the ribs.
Yeah.
We all like the beans. There's a special recipe. So, you know,
Yeah.
Boston can't let them know.
We
what's
tell the
going
dog, no, don't tell the secret.
on. Yeah.
Not canned.
Very good at
No.
with the noodles. Pretty much anything, honestly.
Your campus always looks so nice. You've got outdoor space.
Yeah,
working on.
we have what we call, this coming, the end of this month, the last Friday in this month, we have a drive-in where we ask people to pull up in their cars, turn to a certain radio station. We have this big screen. You can watch a Christian movie and order any type of food you want that we have. We'll have everything from ribs to hot dogs to hamburgers. It's all free, and it's children out playing, and it gets late in the night. Only problem is when the mosquitoes come, and we try to spray and keep the mosquitoes down. But it's a good family time. I've started to get up in age now because my day starts at 4 in the morning. And if I'm out there at midnight, my wife have to wake me up and go, hey, the movie's almost over. You got to get out there and tell them like, hey, yeah, it was a great movie, you know. So she's my go-to, James, this is what the movie was about. Goes to little kids. They were like, hey, Pastor Hines, you watched the movie? Some of it. You know? I enjoy that. I want people to have a good experience with the church.
Right. And if you get to sleep during the movie, that's part of the
That's
the
what I used to do
experience.
then when we used to
Yeah.
go to the show. They was like, Dad, let's go to the movie. And then Mom would wake me up in the movie. Hey, the movie's almost over. I was like, yeah. The kids be into it, but you know.
Well, it's just you don't have your own kids yet, but are there things when you think about when you have kids, what you want to be in terms of the kind of dad your dad is, how you want to take that and emulate the I guess the experience of
Yes,
of,
sir.
of him.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of discipline.
Hey,
A
you turned out good.
A lot of
man.
hard work.
Yeah, listen here. I would have rules. If you're gonna grow up, you're gonna learn work ethic. I would tell them all the time. It's 3 things I want you to make it get A's in. Attitude. I want you to have a great attitude so people can say if you wasn't bright, you was a nice person. I want you to have an A in academics, and I want you to be athletic. And that athletics gives you sense of a work ethic. I say, track and field was probably the best sport for me that I can say you can't blame nobody but yourself. A basketball or football, you can say a guy misses block, you didn't pass me the ball. But in track and field, you got to line up on that line. Either you faster than me or you're stronger than me. But I have a chance to work to get better. And so that's why I love when coaches used to always have PRs, personal record. You're measuring yourself against yourself. And it goes on in life. I remember when I first hired them when they was 5 and 7. I says, now, I'm paying you $5 a week, $1 a day. And
You hired your son
Oh yeah.
yes, him and Elise. I tell him my daddy
Gave us
hired
a
me.
butter knife.
at
Yeah.
the age of 5.
Yes, 5 and 7. Well, it's a true story. They paid their first taxes at 7 and 5. I took them to the post office and they mailed Uncle Sam his money. And I got a little picture of them mailing their first taxes. And I go, you gonna get everything you want, just not right now. I have a mentality of working, and that's where I praise God for he's gone into financial counseling.
Perfect. That's probably why you are in that, because of the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
From the days of taking in the change to see the change lady.
Yes, that's at Citizen Bank. I tell them I don't buy Christmas toys. That's grandparents' jobs. We save our change and go down to the bank at Christmas and buy certificates of deposits. And when they was little, then I go, when they get up to $5,000, we go over to, at that time it was Wells Fargo, Jim Rice, Brad Clark, and they open up their little accounts, and then they open their Roth accounts. And I go, now learn to not buy the product, buy the company. You like Nike, learn to buy Nike company. And so that was always my speech, to go, this is how I walked into that church and says, this is all of my life savings. Let's build a place for children and old people to grow. And people like, how did you get $56,000? I saved it in cans. And it was $13,000 was his money, and $12,000 was his sister, and the other $36,000 was from me and the wife. And I meant to show them you can do anything if you're willing to work for it and learn how to project.
Well, we appreciate you guys coming in today. Happy Father's Day.
Hey, happy Father's Day. I love it. I thank God for JTV. It's, what, you was 12?
With the mismatching socks.
Yeah.
Still wear them to this day to get on my mom's nerves.
She's like, you let him go on TV with them socks? I'm like, hey, you know, I was in a rush. So, yeah,
Well,
it's a blessing.
it's one of our great memories too.
Okay.
Pastor James Hines and Joseph Hines on JTV.